So yeah, is there any fight before I go on? Is there any fight on next week's card that you want to talk about?
Well, first off, I just got to say, I was very focused on this card. I literally just cracked into like yesterday looking at next week's card. And let me sound the alarm for everybody. This card we have a week from tonight is mega fire, okay? This is a sleeper card. It's stacked up. First off, I think we have like 15 fights. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to have a ton of betting action. It's just phenomenal matchups. This is going to be a great card. I mean, I could take a look right now and pick out a couple. Is there any fight you're targeting, Al, as a jump-off spot here? I'm going to right now take a look at this card because there's so many matchups. I almost could talk about literally every fight. We just covered the main event. What is the co-main event? Aspen Ladd, Maycee Chazon. Ooh, that's a tough matchup. We've already talked about Maycee Barber, Miranda Maverick. That's probably the one we need to touch on. That's kind of one we've had a saga going. We talked about this. I mean, what? Al, we've been talking about this fight 2 or 3 months now, right? And I'm going to let you kick it off because we're seeing some line movement and a little bit surprising. You hit me up on a DM on Twitter yesterday saying, hey, you seeing these numbers on Miranda Maverick? And it literally made my eyes pop. I could not believe what we're seeing, and it's got me licking my chops. Al, what do you think about this matchup, man?
Yeah, like usually when we do one of these look aheads and we're super confident in it, we see the line go the other way, right? And this line has gotten better and better. I know that at one point, when this fight was announced, Maycee Barber opened as the favorite, which is just ludicrous. But it was corrected very quickly, and Miranda Maverick was at like minus 175. And then some time went by, and she was at minus 150 and minus 145. But now you can get Miranda Maverick at minus 130 against Maycee Barber. And Miranda Maverick is just she's on another level. She's she has 2 losses to her name, but those are in Invicta, and that she's fighting the highest of her level as a almost like a baby. She's 24 years old, and she's her 2 losses came. Her first loss came in 2018. Her second loss came in 2019, and since then she's gone 7-0 with the 2 UFC wins. She's I don't even know exactly how to explain it, but she's so rangy and she's so precise with her striking. She's so good at doing that. She mixes it up where she's able to like feint her shooting, and she's a lot better than Maycee Barber, who just seems one-dimensional and seems to have gotten away from what made her really good, which was like her basically her wrestling, and then she just fell in love with her hands. And yeah, she's 4-2 in the UFC, but on a 2-fight winning streak with all 4 of her wins, Maycee Barber, all 4 of her wins inside the distance. And to me, I don't think there's any possibility that Miranda Maverick is going to get finished by Maycee Barber. And so it comes down to me, the way I handicap this is basically the longer this fight goes, the more it's in Miranda Maverick's favor. And I'll always just remember like that spinning wheel kick that Maycee Barber threw at Alexa Grasso, where she was like, a foot and a half away from her. She's one of those fighters that will throw a punch and then miss and then come around with that just lazy spinning back fist. I don't know what people see in this girl to think that she's the future, because I don't know, her last 2 performances, the broke or the leg injury, obviously, just not a fluke, but she was losing that fight up until that moment. that, that didn't really change the course of it. That just made it worse. And then with the Alexa Grasso fight, that was just, oh my God, she's
horrible
just,
performance.
oh, absolutely just horrible. And not just, she's the type of person that, type of fighter where you see it, it's just so obvious that she needs a change of scenery. She needs to go to a different camp. But she's the type of fighter that like talks back to her corner where her corner is trying to coach her. She just seems, I don't know. She just seems not like Miranda Maverick, who is just on another level. Like Miranda Maverick is, she put Jillian Robertson away pretty easily. Like she didn't play, but she handled her pretty easily. Liana Jojua, she handled her pretty easily. Just like cut her up pretty bad. And Maycee Barber is a bleeder, and she's pretty tough. But I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if we just see like a 30-26 decision win here for Miranda Maverick, because just her every aspect of her game is better. I feel like Maycee Barber is probably the bigger girl as far as just like her body, like her ability to use her weight. But I don't even think it's going to get to that point. Miranda Maverick is just so good. She's so rangy. She's so fluid and light on her feet. And Maycee Barber is just going to probably throw a wheel kick from a foot away from her and miss her. And we're going to laugh about it. And I think Miranda Maverick is I just don't see what other people are seeing. Why is money coming in on Maycee Barber? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Miranda Maverick is the far better fighter here. And I'm not going out on a limb by saying that. This matchup is, should be the sharps and squares, right? Pros versus Joes, because I don't know anybody who is going to, like, an educated MMA handicapper that's going to be like Maycee Barber at plus money. That's a great bet. I don't think that against Miranda Maverick, who's just she's a warrior. This girl could be, if Valentina wasn't holding the throne, Miranda Maverick, I put her in the same conversation as like, what's her name? Firo, the France girl.
Whoa,
yeah.
I like her a lot.
Yeah, this Miranda Maverick's right up there for me. She's very, very, very dangerous, and just her arsenal is just, watch one fight. This is a good way to put it. Watch one fight of Miranda Maverick, and you'll see more out of her than you'll see in all of Maycee Barber's fights in the UFC. It's basically that simple. There's just so much more to Miranda Maverick's arsenal than what there is to Maycee Barber. And that's basically all it comes down to for me. What do you think?
I'm right there with you. I mean, we're talking career trajectory. Maycee Barber, I mean, she's a young fighter. She's still very green. We should be seeing dramatic growth and improvement. And I got to be honest, what I saw after that big injury and that layoff was pathetic. Now, don't get me wrong. Is Alexa Grasso really good? Yeah, she really is. And she's really coming into her own. How is Maycee Barber winning fights? She's coming in like a berserker, big pressure, big power, putting her opponents up against the fence with strikes, teeing off on them, and the ref jumps in and waves off the fight. Okay. Miranda Maverick's never been finished. Okay. Maycee Barber in her last fight, I felt like was a decline. I felt like we saw a worse Maycee Barber coming back from the knee injury, the loss to Roxanne Modafferi. She's been exposed on the feet by Alexa Grasso. She came in with I'm going to stand at distance. I'm not going to go berserker mode. Okay, I'm going to prove I'm the better fighter. I'm the better kickboxer at distance. She's throwing kicks from 6-7 feet away. I mean, I'm not even sure if, and it's not like it's a feint. It's not like it's there to set something up. I don't know what the hell it is, but I'm gonna tell you right now, it really opened my eyes to what Maycee Barber is and isn't. And I'll be honest, I felt like she's probably overachieved. Like, she's very, like you said, very one-dimensional and has just looked terrible. Absolutely exposed by Roxanne Modafferi. Put her flat on her back. She's got nothing. Going in there against Maverick, who has a very good top game. At this point, I want to say Maverick's probably the better striker. I think she's absolutely the more tactical fighter. Now, am I saying Maycee Barber can't win? No. But I feel like outside of her throwing an early barrage that hurts Maverick and puts her away, you know, the ref jumps in, something like that. But that seems very unlikely to me. I see Miranda Maverick as the far more complete fighter, way more paths to victory. And like I said, she's never been finished. So Maycee Barber, to get a win, needs a finish. She's going to have to do something no one else has ever done, okay? I like Maverick a lot at minus 130. I mean, folks, I don't need any more time to debate it. That's the move. If you got Miranda Maverick minus 130, it's go time. Pull the trigger tonight. I mean, here's my only question, Al. I say pull the trigger tonight, but who's to say this line doesn't keep moving? I mean, I'm already baffled. I'm already confused at the fact that we're getting this number, right? I just don't know, Al. This line movement has me confounded. In a way, it almost makes me. I'm like introspect. I'm like, am I forgetting something? Am I missing something here? But no, I don't think so. I still think somehow Maycee Barber has this allure to her that I think is a farce. I don't think she's who we thought she was, and I think we continue to see her get exposed. Like I said, comes back off the layoff, looks worse than ever. I mean, I think she's plateaued, if not declined, and we're talking about Miranda Maverick, who literally every fight makes drastic improvements and looks better every outing. I mean, what more can I say? It's Maverick for me, and I like it a lot. Let me just throw it out to the people, whether you're on the Patreon or not. A Miranda Maverick bet is in the works. All right, so let me throw that to the people. But Al, we've been throwing this one to the people for a couple months now. We liked Miranda Maverick at minus 185, so minus 130 is just a no-brainer. I don't need to think about it. It's the numbers. It's a done deal. Miranda Maverick's the play.